So what we're going to do right now is we're going to add the main bad guy that will come after the spawned space invaders that we just created under these three columns. So to do that, let's go ahead and copy a bad guy. And so we'll click on one and we will copy it. So hold down Alt, drag it out, and let's just put final bad guy. Okay. And when we do this, we're going to make them a little bit bigger, and we can take some of these attributes off. So when it collides with ammo, we're going to take that off. Attribute, spawn bullet, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is first change the color to a different color, and we'll make them bigger too. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a move tool. So let's do a timer, and let's click timer because we want this bad guy to come in after everything else is done. So we'll go to timer and then we'll start after, let's say, about 28, and we can double check this. After 28 seconds, we want him to move. Let's go up to move. So drag move in there, and we want him to move down. And we want it to go to slow speed because it's going to require a bunch of hits to kill this final bad guy. And then what we also want to do is we want to spawn bullets from them. So let's go to timer, and I'm going to drag another timer. And instead of it being random, it's going to be pretty uniform. So let's do every 1.5 seconds. Let's spawn the actor, and let's do, actually we'll need a bullet copy. Actually, let's go ahead and create an extra bullet. Let's go back, and we're going to make a copy bullet. And there's an enemy bullet. Let's just copy that and change it to a different color. So final bad guy, and we're going to double click on it, and we're going to change the color, and let's see, when this collides with the meteor, yeah, and destroys it, that's fine, we can keep these, and let's keep that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to go back. We've made a copy of that bullet. We're going to go back to the final bad guy, and we're going to say that after every 1.5 seconds, we want final bad boy. We need to find it. So let's go to enemy bullet, bad guy, final bad guy. Let's see. Final bad boy. I have two, so I have to go back and check what I named it. Let's do this. And what did I name it? I named it Final Bad Guy. Let's go Final Bad Guy Bullet. Pays to be organized. Alright, so let's do Final Bad Guy Bullet. Okay, and then now what we're going to do is, so it's saying after 28 seconds, then it's going to start moving down, and it's going to start spawning every 1.5 seconds. So let's do, yeah. And one thing that I forgot to do, this timer needs to be inside this timer right here, because we don't want it to start shooting bullets until after 28 seconds, okay? And now we're going to add another rule, and let's just do a collision. So when this guy collides with the spaceship, we want to change the scene to game over. So we'll go to change scene, and make that game over. Game over, collision with spaceship. And let's copy that, and we'll hit Alt. We'll make a copy of that, and then we're going to say if he touches the bottom bar, the game's going to be over too, because you have to kill him. So let's do bottom bar. Bottom bar, right there. And we'll just rename this bottom bar. Okay. So now let's go ahead and place this guy. We're gonna drag him in, and I'm just gonna move him right here just to test it out to see if it's working. So we're gonna wait, and let's see. Actually, yeah. So I'm going to change that just so that we can test it. Instead of waiting 28 seconds, let's go ahead and make that 1 second. So we're just testing it out right now. So after 1 second, there it is. Great. So now we have the final bad guy, and we need to place him in the appropriate position. Probably want to change that back to 28 seconds as well. So we'll do that. We will first make this guy a little bit bigger. Okay, and we will move him all the way up, like so. And to make him big, push him up off the screen. We're going to go back to that guy, to the final bad guy, and we need to change it back to 28. Okay, and if that doesn't work, we can always adjust it later. And let's do, instead of him just firing one bullet, let's have him fire a few bullets. So click right here and hold down Alt, and let's just hold down Alt again and make 3 copies. So he fires 3, but now we need to space them apart. So let's space them apart. Let's do -52, and this is going just along the x-axis, plus 52. And so now what we're doing is we're spawning 3 different bullets, or 3 bullets at a time, and I'm going to just move him down so that we can see. And let's go back and change that to 1 second again, just to test out to see if it's shooting the bullets properly. So bad guy, and okay, so now that's hard to tell. Let's move that actually up a little bit. And so we're waiting for this. I'm just gonna move it up a little bit so that we can see it. And now let's see if they fire. Yep. And so now they're firing every. Yep. So they're firing, but I don't think they're spaced out enough. See, you can see when it fires, it doesn't fire from the ends right here. It fires right in the middle. So what we need to do is we need to adjust where it's being spawned from. So let's go ahead and change that. And this might be a little bit different based on how big you made your bad guy. So I know that I have to spread them out a little bit more. So if I want them spread out along the x-axis, maybe I'll do -65 and +65. And then I also need to move them down a little bit. So to move them down the y-axis, because I want to be shooting at the tip of the bad guy, we should go minus, right? So we want to go down the y-axis. So let's do -15 and -15 and see if that is a little bit closer because we want them spawning right here. So it needs to be further down a little bit, and you can kind of just play around with those until you get until it spawns just perfectly, just where you want them. So let's do 30 and minus 30, and we'll just leave it at that. So yours, remember, yours is going to be a little bit different. So now it spawns like so, and I'll probably move the middle one up too, just to be consistent. So let's do minus 30. Okay. So now we've created a bad guy. We're going to make it, let's say, after 25 seconds. You could do 28 or adjust it as you see fit. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to move it up top. I'm going to move it up top so you can't see it. Okay, so now when we play it, we have to kill these, and then the spawning bad guys will come down for 10 seconds, and then the final bad guy will come down. And then next video, we're going to create a health bar and a live system for the bad guy.